Hello, it's New Tech Buzz, new product in today, and it's the POCO X4 Pro. Now, a lot of people have asked us about POCO here on the site, so we said we go about getting one. So we have one here. This is one of our latest, and we're going to unbox today, go through some of the features on and all that, and have a full review later on, as we've not seen any full hands-on reviews with camera samples and video samples and all that kind of stuff. So we're here to change all that today. So what we're going to do is unbox it first. So I'm going to take off this plastic wrap and shut this door. Right, let's go. Let's see what we get in the box. Interesting myself because I haven't actually had a POCO device yet, and I look forward to testing this out. So you've got this familiar yellow packing, like their phones were when they first launched. Now they come in separate colours as far as I know. So in here we get your SIM removal tray. You get a case, which is cool. So you can pretty much get moving straight away. Hey, having a phone with no case. So this is a transparent, flexible case, and all your booklets and all that kind of stuff there. You get your phone, which will come to in a minute, and in here we get our cable and our plug, which is 67-watt charging, which is really cool, and of course your USB-C cable here. So that's pretty much it in the box. So we'll pop all that aside, and here is the device. So you've got 120Hz FHD plus AMOLED display, dual speakers, NFC enabled, 108 megapixel Pro main camera with ultra wide and macro lens, Snapdragon 5G processor, advanced 6nm process, octa-core CPU and 67 watts, turbocharging with a 500 mAh battery. Okay, let's take off all this. And that looks really cool from the back. Look at that reflection there, and the colour move when you move it around. Really cool. So here is all the camera array up on the back. If we bring her in a little bit closer there, pretty neat indeed. And the POCO branding there and the 108 megapixel there, so you can see what you're carrying. And it feels really nice as well in the hand. And it's got a nice grip overall, and in comparison to other phones which you'll compare actually later on, but for the moment this is what we're looking at here. And what we'll do is we'll power it up and have a quick look, but it looks really nice indeed. Plus you've got this nice camera setup on the back, no rocking at all really. And that's pretty much it. I like the setup, I like the square setup here, but I think these designs now are kind of getting a bit much now with the big camera hump on the back with the raised hump as well, but depending on who does it, some look better than others. So this looks nice and clean, and I do like again this colour effect on the back, as you can see, which changes. So we're going to power it up and go through the features on it as well, as people will want to know what you kind of get. And there is a screen protector on it as well, which is nice. So out of the box you're set up to go with your case as well, which is really cool. So we're going to power it up and come back, put in our information, and we'll talk some more. Okay, so we've popped in our email, so we're going to go through what's on the device when you first get going. You can see our home screen here, which is pretty nice and vibrant. When you drop up here like so from the bottom, you've got categories broken down for your app tray like so, which is cool. So you've got lifestyle, finance, shopping, all that kind of stuff in there. So you pop in here, then you've got your default launcher, so you've got your POCO launcher, you've got your backgrounds, you've got your icon pack, which you can add more. You can customise your layout, which is nice as well, and manage your app categories, which you would have seen just there up on top. And down here you've got your app drawer, so you've got a scroll bar, app suggestions and group icons by colour. Your home screen, again, fill empty cells, lock home screen layout, Google Discover and show memory status. and notification badges. So you've got circle or number and double tap to lock the screen. So that's what you have in that small part there. Swipe to the left, you'll get your news. Swipe to the right, whatever's left over there. Dragging it down, you'll have your settings icon there, your Bluetooth torch, shortcuts there which you can change and turn on and off whatever you want yourself, and you've got a brightness slider here as well. So all that's pretty nice. Let's go into the settings. So you got your about phone, so we'll have a look at that. So we're on MIUI version 13, update available, and you have got all that stuff in there which you can reset and all that kind of stuff. Nothing really important in there. And your SIM cards, net mobile networks, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, connection and sharing. So you got me share, casting, printing, portable hotspot, VPN, private DNS, all the usual bits and pieces in there. You've got NFC as well, which is important for a lot of people today with payments. So you've got your always on lock display. You can turn that on and off. You have an animation effect as well. So you can see down here what you're going to get. Pretty nice. You've got sleep, raise to wake, double tap to wake, lock screen clock format. So you have different options there to pick from. And you've got launch camera and passwords. Okay. Display. You've got light mode and dark mode, schedule mode, brightness level, reading mode, color schemes, refresh rate 60 Hz. This goes up to 120. Which is cool. You got your text size and you've got system auto rotates and your notifications and control panel. So you've got lock screen, floating and badges, app notification, shade and all that kind of stuff in there. Smart home, status bar. So you can show your icons, connection speed, carrier device, edit carrier name, battery indicator, height notch and individual apps there. So you can see there what it's like with the notch up on top there now, which is cool. And we'll go back out of that. So you got your wallpapers. So you have your local photos or what's pre-installed. So you can pick through there. You've got your themes. So that's what you're going to get there. You can pop and have a read of them as well. Password security, private protection, battery. So you got a battery saver, ultra battery saver, and there's one battery issue. So we've only just put the phone on, so we'll have a look at that later on. Of course, you got your digital and well-being controls. Special features, sidebar, float windows and second space. So you got a sidebar, which is a popular thing now on phones. You've got always show while playing games, show while playing videos. You can personalise that bar as well to what you want, what comes up. Floating windows, we all know what they are, so you can have open float windows moving, viewing floating in full screen, minimising and minimising app. And your second space, so you have got a separate spot, so it's a kind of a privacy chamber on your phone. So you got your Me account, Google and all the rest of that stuff in there. Additional settings, you got your date and time, languages, full screen display. So you've got launch Google Assistant, take screenshot, launch camera, turn on torch, double fingerprint sensor, gesture shortcuts. So again, same in there. You've got quick ball, so you've got all those options in there. If we turn it on, so you can select your preferred gesture, hide, move, stick to edge after 3 seconds, wake up areas and show lock screen. You've got your screen recorder, which a lot of people like these days. The resolution is 1920 by 64, and you've those two other options there. Your video quality goes down from 1 up to 60. Orientation, sound source, fixed frame rate, and just show your gestures and button taps and privacy. One-handed mode, so we've got 3.5 up to 4.5 inches there if you want to use it. Accessibility is the usual, so we've got that kind of stuff in there. Memory extension, add 3 gigs of RAM by occupying your storage using this feature on inbuilt. And enterprise, so you can activate enterprise mode and go through that as well if you want to do some more on that. So let's have a look at what else we were supposed to be looking at here. Sound and vibration, that's what I want to look at. So you got your media controls, which you can probably access through the sidebar here. Yeah. So you got your toggle on the side. There's your toggles there, and also while we're out, we have your SIM tray on the bottom. You've got your USB-C port, you've got a mic, your speaker, which we're going to test now in a sec, and another one up on top. You've got an infrared blaster as well, 3.5 headphone jack, and another mic. So pretty cool. Okay, let's have a look at the ringtone volume. So you've got a folder full of ringtones in here. Okay. So pretty loud enough. Anyway, which is not bad. So in here you've got haptic feedback, vibrate when silent, vibrate ringing, notify about repeated apps, notify about calls, and voice lock, schedule to run, do not disturb, all that kind of stuff in there. So that's pretty neat indeed. And you've got additional settings. So your dial pads, tap sounds, play when the charger is connected, when deleting items, all these little sounds which add to the device, which is really nice. And you've got sound effects down here, Dolby Atmos preset, and a graphic equalizer. So you've got rock, jazz, pop, classical, hip hop. So this is cool. So for example, you get a pair of earbuds and they've no app to go with it. You can have this built-in equalizer on your phone, which is really nice. So that's a really cool feature. You got your preset in there, dynamic video, music, and voice. And that's pretty much it in there. So we'll go into alarm. So you've got all these alarms here. So there's a nice stereo sound coming out of this, which is cool. So you can choose an online ringtone, or you can choose whatever you download yourself. You can add them, which is fine. And you go through there, they have their own gallery of stuff for yourself to pick from. Or if you go to local, as I said, in your file manager or music, wherever music you upload, you can use yourself, which a lot of people kind of do today. And you can don't set your ringtone to your default, and your timer there, all that kind of stuff in here. So that's pretty much it inside. So let's have a look at the camera and see what we've got. So you've got your typical icons down here. You can, as I said, you can move these around. You just tap and hold and move them, whatever the case may be. Get rid of what you want. It's all up to yourself. So let's have a look down here. And you can see what apps are built in. There is a lot of apps thrown in there, but you can get rid of them as well if you don't want them, which is fine. And we'll just have a quick scroll down through. You've got your YouTubes, TikTok, jeez, no, thank you. And that's pretty much it in there. So I'll open the camera. Okay, we'll just leave that out for now. So up on top, you've got your flash, on and off. In your photo settings, you've got by one, and you can zoom in there. So just quickly going through it here, which is cool. You've got HDR, HDR-A, and HDR. So you've got 8, 1, and up to 10 times again here. Okay. And that's pretty much what we've got in there. You've got your portrait mode. You've got more. So in here you've got night, 108 megapixels, short video, panorama, document, slow motion, edits, time lapse, long exposure, and dual video. And you've got edits. So in here you've got Pro as well, which is cool. Dual video and video. Again, you can go up to ×6. In here you got 720 at 30 and 1080 at 30 as well. Super macro, grid lines, movie frame, and settings. So in the settings here, you've got H.264 codec, you've got your volume buttons, customize, save location, shutter sound, preserve settings, anti-banding, auto start policy, all that kind of stuff in there. And then into the Pro mode, you have got your little options down here in the bottom, your ISO, EV lens and all that kind of stuff there, and auto I. So this is for your parameters here. So you got your ISO, your lenses, exposure, shutter speed, focus, white balance, separating, focusing, and exposure metering and exposure verification. So you have all that kind of stuff in there if you want to mess around with that. So you can see up here, you've got this little guy here moving, which is cool. And if we just pop the phone out like so, we're just going to zoom in and zoom back out. So you got wide lens as well, as you can see there, ultra wide, so you can see that spread now more. So you've got a nice ultra wide lens as well, which is nice, which a lot of people like today as well. So that's basically what you've got in there, and that's all there is really. And just in the photograph, we'll just quickly go through what's in there. You've got your movie frame, grid line, super macro, time burst, tilt shift, delay of 3, 5 and 10 seconds, 1 to 1, 3 before, 9:16 on full. If you open the settings, you get your watermark, smart suggestions, again similar stuff in there as you would find in your video, and all that kind of stuff is in there. So that's basically it, a quick walkthrough and a first look of the POCO X4 Pro. So we're going to take her off and check her out, get some videos and photos and all that kind of stuff, and we'll be back with a review in a few weeks time. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask and let us know if you need to know anything about the phone. Pretty nice, lots of features on it. So let's go test it out and we'll see you in a couple of weeks time.